Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into it, looking at a story that feels very Game of Thrones, but it's all through the eyes of this one little boy, just 6 years old, Fitz.
Yeah, Fitz. It's the history of the six duchies, the Farseer family, and we're here to unpack how this terrified kid gets dropped into this, well, political meat grinder, basically.
Right, and straight away, his survival depends on learning these two completely opposing forbidden arts. It's intense from page one.
It really is. We're looking at him 6 years old, the king's bastard grandson, arriving soaking wet and scared at Bucky. Big, imposing fortress.
And our mission really is to understand the pressure cooker this created. You've got these two mentors pulling him in totally different ways from the get-go.
Exactly, trying to shape him into either, a simple stable hand or a secret weapon for the crown. It's quite the setup.
That image of him arriving is so powerful. The huge fortress, the carved buck's head, him being so small and alone, and then Burrich, this huge, rough figure who becomes his guardian.
That loneliness, that isolation, it really defines everything that follows. Secrecy, mistrust. It all starts there.
Okay, so let's dive into that first part, his dual education. Stable hand versus secret weapon.
So he lands in the stables. That's his world. Warmth, manure, animals. Practical stuff.
With Burrich in charge, FitzChivalry's man, hardened.
Very. And his focus is hard work, looking after horses, dogs, mending tack, pure utility.
But Burrich is also carrying this immense grief for FitzChivalry, the one who abdicated. He shaves his head, his eyebrows.
Yeah, it's this huge public display of loyalty, almost religious, like you said. And that intensity, it colors everything he does with Fitz.
Right, and it makes him incredibly hostile to something natural in Fitz, doesn't it? The wit.
Oh, absolutely. This ability to, bond mentally and emotionally with animals.
Yeah.
Birch thinks it's just shameful, wrong, comes from wild, low blood, he thinks.
Which creates this strange conflict in him, right? He's so loyal publicly, but privately, towards Fitz's true nature, he's actually quite cruel.
Deeply cruel. And he acts on it. He takes Fitz's puppy, Nosy, away from him, violently breaks that bond.
And Fitz thinks Burrich killed the dog for years as a punishment.
Exactly. That betrayal, that ideological hatred of this natural magic, it's maybe the first huge psychological scar for Fitz.
Okay, so while Burrich is trying to stamp out this natural empathy, the king has other ideas.
King Shrewd. Fitz's grandfather. He's calculating. He doesn't see a problem. He sees an opportunity.
An asset.
A tool.
Yeah.
Because Fitz is and yet is not of the royal bloodline. That's the quote, isn't it?
Yeah. Makes him perfect for deniable operations, a diplomat nobody dares refuse, or, well, a henchman.
Which leads us to mentor number 2. Much darker. Chade.
Chade, the king's advisor, but also his master assassin, operates totally in secret, deep within the keep's hidden passages.
And what's he teaching Fitz?
Stealth, poisons, evasion, the diplomacy of the knife, as they call it.
So Burrich is all rigid dogma and hard work, while Chade is pure pragmatism, almost amoral. His whole philosophy is basically learning is never wrong, even learning to kill. It's just a skill, like any other.
He's giving Fitz this entirely separate identity, one completely outside the moral rules Burrich is trying so hard to enforce.
It's a shadow self.
Wow. So Burrich is trying to beat the empathy out of him. Chade's teaching him how to kill without feeling. Was there ever any chance for this kid to just be normal?
Honestly, probably not. Not caught between those two.
Yeah.
And then you add in the politics.
Ah, yes. Prince Regal, Verity's younger brother.
Intense hostility.
Yeah.
From day one, always calling him the bastard, constantly nagging the king, using the queen, saying Fitz needs to be put aside.
He sees him as a threat to his own ambition, doesn't he? Not just an inconvenience.
A direct threat, yeah. Confuses the succession, potentially.
So Fitz is trapped, learning these two opposing skill sets, two kinds of forbidden magic, dodging his uncle's hatred. But this isn't happening in a vacuum, is it? There's a huge external threat forcing the kingdom's hand.
Exactly. The Red Ship Raiders. They're hitting the coasts of the Six Duchies hard. And they have this terrifying new tactic, forging.
And forging it's chilling.
Yeah.
We need to be clear about what this is. It's not just killing or kidnapping.
No, it's soul scripting. They take hostages, and when they return them, they're bereft of any of the Kundra emotions, as the source puts it.
Heartless. No loyalty, no love, no family ties, nothing. They just steal, lie, become predators within their own homes.
They look the same on the outside, but inside. It's like they've been hollowed out. Chade even studied one, a girl named Netta, trying to figure it out.
Did he?
No. Couldn't tell if something was added or if something essential like their humanity was just removed. surgically.
The desperation must have been immense. People carrying poison rather than risk being forged.
It was that bad, which puts huge pressure on King Shrewd to find an edge. Any edge.
Which brings us back to the other Farseer magic, the skill.
Right. The royal magic. Pure telepathy, basically. Mind-to-mind communication. It's usually regulated, kept within the main line. Denied to bastards, typically.
But Shrewd needs weapons. And Lady Patience pushes for Fitz to be trained.
So Fitz gets enrolled. But the training? It goes wrong immediately because of who they pick to teach him.
Galen. Skillmaster Galen.
Chosen for politics, not skill. And he's brutal. Especially to Fitz. Public humiliation. Uses a whip, a quirt on him. Openly complains about training a low-birth bastard.
He sounds awful, just a pure bully. And he suspects Fitz has the wit, too, right? The animal magic.
Oh, he's convinced of it. And he uses it against him, threatens him. Says he'd sooner see Fitz forged soul stripped than let him use the wit.
What a position to be in. He has to succeed at the skill for the king, but the teacher hates him and wants him to fail, possibly worse. And he has to hide his other nature, the wit or risk, everything.
It's an impossible bind. No real protector. The one power that might save the kingdom is taught by the man who despises him most.
Okay, so this simmering pot is about to boil over. There's a mission, right? To Jumpy.
Yeah. Prince Verity, the king in waiting, he's exhausted. Burning himself out using the skill against the raiders. So a political marriage is arranged.
To Princess Ketrican of the Mountain Kingdom. For troops, for money, pure politics.
And Fitz gets sent along with the wedding party.
Yeah.
But it's not just for show. He has a secret mission.
Assigned by Regal, the uncle who hates him.
Exactly. Regal sees the trip as a chance to feather himself more brightly than any peacock, but he tells Fitz to assassinate Ketrican's brother, Prince Rurisk.
What?
To simplify the succession, Regal says, make things easier for himself down the line.
But when Fitz gets to Jumpy, things aren't what Regal claimed, are they? This is a huge turning point.
Massive. Fitz sees Rurisk isn't some threat. He's healthy, kind, loved by his people. Totally the opposite of Regal's description. And then, the big one.
He finds Nosy.
He finds Nosy, his dog, alive, well cared for, Rurisk's own hound.
Oh, wow. After all those years thinking Birch killed him.
It just shatters everything Fitz thought he knew about Birch's cruelty. Suddenly, he sees Birch didn't betray him back then. He protected the dog. Secretly. It reveals this hidden depth of loyalty, of care, in the man who seemed so harsh.
That must have been huge, just as he's facing this ultimate test of his own loyalty.
Perfect timing, in a way. Because right after that emotional bombshell, he uncovers the real plot.
Galen and Regal, working together. Against the Farseers.
Yes. And Regal moves against Fitz directly. Poisons him using herbs Ketrican gave him. Though she's totally innocent, she thinks they're for healing.
And then tries to finish the job.
Tries to drown Fitz and Burrich, who's badly injured by this point in the palace's steaming baths.
Okay, this is it. The climax. Drowning. Dying.
All his defenses, physical, mental, they just drop. And in that moment of desperation, he reaches out. With the skill, the magic he wasn't supposed to have, wasn't supposed to be able to use properly.
He connects with Verity.
Across hundreds of miles. Sends this incredibly powerful focused warning right as Verity's about to go through his proxy wedding ceremony. Beware Galen, Verity. Beware a traitor, come to drain you dry. Touch him not.
And Verity gets it.
He gets it. Just in time. Galen tries to drain Verity's skill strength during the ceremony, but Verity's warned. He stops Galen, eliminates the threat, and back in Jumpy, Rurisk's people manage to save Fitz and Birch from the baths.
So his Farseer blood, the very thing that made him a target, is what saves the day. Saves Verity.
Incredible, isn't it? He survives not just by following Birch or just by following Chade, but by instinctively merging their lessons. Birch's resilience, Chade's awareness.
But ultimately, it's the skill, the Farseer magic. That's what saves him in Verity. It's about loyalty, really.
It is, but the cost.
Yeah.
It's huge. When they get back, Birch finds out Fitz used the animal bond with Nosy to help survive.
And Burrich. He doesn't see the victory.
No. He sees his own failure. He thinks he failed to stamp out the wit. He's devastated. He tells Fitz, I failed. I was too soft-hearted. You threw it all away. For what? A dog.
Oh, that's brutal. After everything, he basically disowns him over it.
Cuts him off completely. It's heartbreaking. But at the same time, Verity gives him something huge.
His name.
His full name. FitzChivalry Farseer. Acknowledged. Named. The bastard has survived, proven himself, become this weapon.
So the big question hangs there, doesn't it? His father, Chivalry, abdicated because Fitz existed. His whole life has been shaped by danger, duty, secrets. Now he's named FitzChivalry.
Exactly. Who is he going to be? He has the skills now from both Chade and Burrich, and the skills awakening in him. Will he be the king's man, the assassin, the spy, living in the shadows Chade prepared for him?
Or will he try to find that quiet life, the one he sometimes dreams of, down in the town with Molly, away from all the court intrigue and the killing?
FitzChivalry Farseer. Maimed, trained, dangerous. But is he a tool of the Farseer throne, or can he forge his own path, maybe even save his own soul? That's the real challenge ahead.
A deep dive indeed. So much to think about there.